We're talking about the new project, Level 26. What's it all about?
Thank you. Level 26 is the world's first digital novel. It encompasses motion picture, publishing, and also a website. Literally, it's a CSI horror crime book. That every 20 pages that you read, you log into a website, level26.com, enter a code, and it unlocks a piece of 3-minute footage, which bridges you from one chapter to another. So it's sort of like a publishing, motion picture, and website. Level 26 is a mechanism to where there's 25 levels of horror of actual serial killer in the world. And Level 26 is unlocking a new level of fear with one serial killer. His name is Squeagle. He wears a contortionist, sort of latex, GIMP's forensic-proof type suit. Steve Dark is the protagonist who tries to go out and catch him as an ex-Quantico CSI. And in the book, there's all kinds of horror scenes and music videos and straight CSI scenes. So the Diginovel really is a book with a movie inside of it. And when it's all over with, there's also a whole interactive experience built by Lonely Girl 15 creators Miles and Greg. And there's Miles right here.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so we teamed up with Anthony, I don't know, we met about a year ago, I think, originally through our friends of ours at CBS, and he told us about this idea for this Diginovel, and you know, we have a lot of experience working online, building communities, building interactive experiences around content, and so really over the past, I don't know, 6 to 8 months now, we've been designing a website and building out a community. So the site just went live today, and people can sign up for profile pages. They can get sort of sneak peeks into the Level 26 universe. Anthony has a profile page on the site. He's been updating his blogs and photos like a maniac, literally over the past 2 days. So you can get live updates from Comic-Con and from really whatever Anthony is doing. You can contribute to characters and storylines for Book 2 and Book 3. So it's literally an interactive universe around Level 26 online.
So is this like a show for the new generation, the kids with ADD who want the shit right now?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, the attention economy of young people is pretty fast. So instead of just reading 400 straight pages of endless white pages, why not read 20 pages, watch this mind-blowing, sick 3-minute video that sucks you in, you run back to the book, and then keep going back and forth online. So it's a rhythmic experience where you sort of read, watch, and log in. And we're trying to really scare the shit out of you, I think is the one-liner. So it's CSI rated R.
Definitely. Yeah, it's creepy. It's definitely crazy, crazy shit. It's super cool.
Why the GIMP character? Why that whole S&M sex vibe?
Well, I think the most important thing is he's a forensic-proof killer. So when you wear a whole body condom full of latex, you're not going to shed any hair follicles, any beads of sweat, any blood. And plus, it's really, really creepy. And because he's a contortionist, he could hide under the bed, hide inside walls, hide in the corner of a ceiling, and come down and really slice into ribbons with razors, which he likes to do.
Yeah, I'm sure that people are going to start making their own Squeagle suits and taking photos for the website. People have like already started putting up little avatars. So, I mean, it's super cool on the site because you literally can like immerse yourself into that world and into that reality of fear.
How do you get into that dark spot when you start to write this stuff?
Well, you know, I'm a pretty twisted guy. I grew up in Vegas, only child. Been to hell and back on the CSI franchise. When you work in television for a decade, you tend to have a lot of aggression in your bone marrow. So I decided just to let all that out in book form and really just take what I've learned from CSI and then channel the dark side of me. And at the end of the day, just write something really, really ferocious and that's real and to the point. And, you know, it's asking 75 million people that watch CSI to come and give this a try and really never sleep again.
Do you believe in hallucinogens?
No, I don't take drugs. I don't need drugs at this point. Writing is my drug.
I definitely am the same way. I think if I did hallucinogens, I would never return to Earth.
Let's talk about the whole social media aspect of this. You guys did the Lonely Girl, and that just blew up. People thought it was real. 2 million views a day. Like, what do you guys got on other people that makes your shit fly?
So our company is called Equal. It's without the U, so EQAL. And I founded the company a couple years ago with my business partner, Greg Goodfried. And, you know, really the fundamental premise behind what we do is that the content itself and then the way in which the story unfolds online and the technology really have to be tied together. So for us, you know, a website isn't just, you know, code and technology, and it isn't like just this sort of dead thing. It's actually a living creative thing that is tied intimately to the source material. So for things like Lonely Girl or Cape Modern, where we actually were creating the content, obviously we sort of were able to think about everything and how everything worked together. Now what we're starting to do, and Anthony's a perfect example of that, is work with people who are, you know, insanely creative, talented creators who get it and understand it, but then we can bring our knowledge of how to build a website, build a community, define the experience in a way that it's totally seamless and all works together.
How did you guys pair up?
Through CBS, yeah. We, a year ago, our company announced a partnership with CBS where we were going to be taking some of their TV shows and moving them online. We worked on a TV show called Harper's Island and built out an experience on harpersweb.com. So we just became friends, and then just were talking about other projects.
Literally over Guinnesses in New York City.
Yeah, we were there for the upfronts, and we walked across the street and randomly bumped into it, which is pretty cool.
So now we're sort of joined at the hip. We're sort of like, cyberly married at this point. And the great thing about the digital novel is the fact it'll be in hardback and paperback. It'll be available at the App Store in various permutations. Also, there'll be a PC version coming out on the Kindle also. So it's one of those sort of experiences that can live pretty much on the go on any device, anytime. And but it's cemented through a book first. We want the existing reading generation to try something new by watching the bridges, but at the same time have the YouTube generation that doesn't read, that likes to watch snack-sized content, into a narrative and then join, both communities and give them a destination to hang out and really, blow up the mythology.
So in a way, it's kind of like get kids back reading.
I think so. I mean, reading is fundamental as shit, right?
I agree.
Reading's important, but the thing is, this is literally, if you could read a little bit, be rewarded by something really, really great, it might make it just a much more really fun, cool experience.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I was an avid reader as a kid, and this book isn't a choose your own adventure book, but I kind of think of that as an analogy where it was an innovative format for reading, and this is similar in that it's an innovative format for reading that is really perfectly tuned for this generation, where it's merging both text and video and an interactive community. So,
and then the hidden value in the book is the fact that you have 20 different 3-minute experiences in the book. So it's literally when you buy the book, you kind of get a movie with the book, inside the book, and a full-fledged social community. Not just a glorified homepage where you open up, bridges and watch, but literally a full-blown, site experiences, which is really, really
Facebook for level 26. It's that sophisticated.
That's big.
Thank you. We're trying.
That's big.
So good. The book comes out September 8th.
Yep.
We're here at Comic-Con. Our panel's at 4:30. And we're very excited about that. And we have Mark Echo's also on the project. He art directed the entire book. He drew the illustrations inside the book. He did the T-shirt, and he's intimately involved in that. So I feel like Michael Ironside, Bill Duke, Glenn Morshower, Kevin Weiss from Alias. There's some big actors that are actually the characters inside the book also, Daniel Moran. So it's A-list actors inside this really cool footage and this really scary aspect.
So obviously there's room for a sequel.
We're doing 3 books. Yeah, the first one is entitled Level 26 Dark Origins. Steve Dark is the main character, his beginning back into the crime world again. Book 2, loosely, we call it Doppelganger of Darkness, which launches June of 2010. We can't tell you about book 3, but we're doing 3 books for sure. And hopefully 4, 5, and 6, and it's a real franchise.
Any Canadian connection in the books?
Well, I am doing doing Strombo and CTV over in Canada in the middle of, we went to the Dodger game together last Monday, so I'm doing a huge thing for Strombo on his 1-hour show, on his YouTube show. We're doing an hour and a half of radio also in mid-September.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.